Welcome back to Inside Demon Athletics, where you can hear what goes on behind the scenes from an athlete's perspective. Demon Volleyball lost their games to the University of Incarnate Word and Houston Christian University in just 3 sets this week. Demon Football lost 50-3 to McNeese State. Men's and women's cross country competed in the SLC Championships. They did not place, but Laliana Wood from our episode last week ran a 24:07, another personal record for her. Finally, women's soccer beat Nichols 5-0, making them the outright SLC Women's Soccer Champions. As a result, I'll be talking to sophomore defender Emma Pethel from Canton, Georgia. Before we get into it, how does it feel to be a conference champion?
I don't really know if I can describe it. I've been playing soccer for a very long time, and there's not really been a point in my career this far until this other day where I've been considered a champion or like a winner of a season or with the team. So it's pretty surreal to like be playing all this time and only now just being able to accomplish this after all these years, but it feels pretty amazing.
Did it make all the years worth it?
Definitely.
So let's go all the way back to the beginning of July when the team first got to Natchitoches. What were your expectations going into preseason camp?
I really wanted the team to just put in as much effort as we could. I mean, being away from our families, we have people from Canada, people from across the country who fought to get here early to be a part of this team and work together and develop a strong bond. So I had pretty high expectations for us, and I just really wanted us to be as cohesive as possible. And I think that was something we really worked on and accomplished throughout preseason.
Yeah, those 2 days during preseason are rough and hot. Can you tell me what does a preseason day look like for y'all?
Yeah, so we typically get up, I want to say around, I don't want to make a joke, but 6 or 7 a.m. and get up. And we would have we ate all of our meals together, so we would go and eat breakfast together, and then we would have a 2-hour practice in the morning, and then we'd have a small break, have lunch, and then sometimes we would have a meeting before our second practice. Then after second practice, we would have team dinner together, and then another meeting typically after dinner.
So you're basically gone all day. Would you say those long days were worth it?
Definitely. Especially this season, I think that it really helped us build a strong bond as a team, which I think was one of the big factors leading to our success.
Obviously, it's a long season. What do you think the team's mindset throughout the season was?
Stay as positive as possible throughout every moment, whether it was like an individual moment that you had throughout the season or as a team. I think that us staying positive and supporting each other, even if it was hard or difficult for you in the moment, was a really big key factor in the season.
Yeah, so y'all started out the season pretty strong with a win over a ranked opponent in Texas, but it was not all sunshine and rainbows after that. Were there any setbacks or rough moments that y'all had to push through?
Definitely. There was one in particular was HCU was our first conference loss. That was hard just because it felt like such a game that was very easily in our grasp, but we just couldn't, I don't even know, pull it together just to get it. It was just a tough game for us. We couldn't really stick to our tactics, and we just kind of fell apart in the moment. So coming back from that was definitely a setback, but I think that we needed that moment because I think it made us stronger, and we were able to work our way through problems that could have been an issue later down the line, and we were able to solve them pretty early on into conference.
So you guys needed just a win or a tie going into your last game against Nichols. How did you and the team manage the pressure?
After we played Lamar and the game didn't go the way we wanted it to, I think that we just needed to regroup ourselves, and we were able to get rid of our nerves and realize that yes, we put ourselves in position to be winners and to fight for a conference championship and to put ourselves in a really good spot to tournament. And we were able to deal with those nerves, and we were able to come back from a heavy loss like that. And now we know what it feels like. And I think that we've really set ourselves up for success going into the future now. And we just were able to stick to our routine, stick to our tactics, and really push forward through Nichols and score 5 amazing goals in the game.
Yeah, that was a great game. That was exciting. So obviously you got the win and became the one and only conference champions. So what were the emotions like right after the game?
Just excitement. I mean, it didn't matter who you saw on the way. When you rushed the field, I mean, you were pretty much just jumping up and down with every person possible, parents, coaches, strength coaches, our trainer. We were all just so happy to see that all of this time and effort that we put in was like came into light. We were able to just celebrate in this one moment. So it was really special.
So y'all got to celebrate that moment for a little bit, and then about 2 days later, your focus had to shift to the conference tournament, where you'll look to defend your title for an opportunity to play in the NCAA tournament. What does the preparation look like going into that tournament?
Firstly, I think that we just need, it's been a long season and now we basically have to play another season. So recovery is definitely a big part of it, making sure that we're staying on top of it, stretching, going to treatment, things like that, eating the right foods. And then more importantly, just like I mentioned against Lamar, we had a lot of nerves. So making sure we're going into it confident and calm and collected so that way we can play the way we know how to play. And that's gotten us this far into the season.
What do you think sets this team apart from the rest?
I think, especially from last year, we're definitely a lot more positive, and I think that we're a lot closer. Last year we had a pretty big roster size compared to like last year we had 32 players. This year we have 24, and I think that that's also helped us be close together, like within our own houses, whether you're living on campus or off campus. I think that we've really been able to just come together as one big group and support each other no matter who you are, where you're from, what position you're in, whether you're starting or whether you only come in for a little bit or whatever it may be, being able to support one another and truly be happy for what you have and what we're doing as a team, I think really sets us apart from everybody else.
Yeah, I think it kind of just shows that, like, we hear it all the time that team building is so important, but a lot of teams don't truly buy into it. And I think this year we really bought into it, and it obviously has showed that it helped us. So, finally, what is one word you would use to describe this regular season?
I got to think of a really good one. Persistent. I would say persistent really encompassed what we were able to push through this season. I mean, after Texas, we lost SMU. After playing a really great game, anyways, we were able to persist through that, persist through injuries and tough times like HCU and ACU. And that final game against Lamar, we were able to just persist and push forward and stick with one another and stick throughout all the tough moments and come out on top.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Women's soccer will compete at the SLC tournament from November 4th through the 7th. Next week, football plays UIW at home on Saturday, November 8th at 1 p.m. Finally, volleyball will play at East Texas on Saturday, November 8th, and will play UTRGV at home on Thursday, November 13th at 6:30 p.m. Tune in next week to hear our college athletes transition out of the college athletic lifestyle and into just being a regular person. And as always, Forkum Demons.